Travel therapy is the therapeutic use of travel to help improve one's sense of physical, mental, and emotional well-being. This therapy uses the power of travel to take a break, reduce stress, discover one's self, overcome grief, explore new places, learn about different cultures, and eradicate boredom. Travel means going to another place, usually far away from home, using some transport, or even walking. It is essentially the movement of a person from one place to another, both places being different. Mankind loves to travel, tour, discover, see, and explore their surroundings much more than they ever did in the entire history of the world. One of the most fascinating aspects of a human being's life is the time spent traveling to different places around the world. Technology and modern transportation has made it much easier to move from place to place and country to country within a matter of hours and days rather than weeks and months. Life becomes much more meaningful and interesting when we travel. Travel is possibly the foremost activity that we spend time on during our vacation months. It's possible to spend a few years in travel therapy without having any regrets or worries, just as long as you manage to plan your journeys well and keep aside enough money to cover your basic expenses during these roaming and scenic ventures. Traveling is an important aspect of an individual's life to keep him healthy and relaxed. Travel is never a matter of money, but of courage. The present-day society seems to be extremely busy, with people hardly finding any time to enjoy a decent vacation. Every individual, from students to officers, deserve a certain amount of vacation time to keep their mind free from psychological pressure and nervous breakdowns. Traveling is the best therapy to enjoy a stress-free life and move away from all the busy works that keeps a person busy all day long. Traveling might include visiting to a nearby place or somewhere far from home. If a person receives a vacation of 3 to 4 days, it is advised to take a short trip to a nearby coastal region or a place with historical artifacts, which is not far from his hometown. If the time period of the vacation received is over a week, a person can easily travel a longer distance and explore places far from his home. There are thousands of traveling destinations in this world, from hill stations to beaches, from tea gardens to places with rich historical evidences, and so on. The traveling destination is entirely dependent upon an individual's preference, and he should carefully make his choice so that he enjoys a fun-filled vacation with his friends or family within the limited vacation time. Just listening to someone say the word travel makes me happy. It makes me happier if I get to know that I'm going to go on the journey with them. When we move from the place we are based at to another place for the sake of change, discovery, and adventure, then this move or travel is what I call travel therapy. Gone are the days when we needed to drive down to a travel agency in our city and waste a couple of hours in finalizing our itinerary and booking our tickets. Nowadays, you can easily book a holiday to almost any part of the free world from the comforts of your own home. That too, at the click of a mouse. Tourists enjoy this incredible growth in the travel and tourism industry. Many adults are quitting their jobs and going on foreign vacations for several months at a time. Proper planning can help them save thousands of rupees during their trips, and they are truly enjoying visiting all four corners of the globe. Travel and exploration has become a fantastic leisure time activity. Tourists want to slow down, relax, and unwind in a foreign country, while keeping in touch constantly with their friends back home through social media. Students, teens, and working professionals are starting to realize the importance of going on regular vacations. Everyone wants to travel to some new place these days. As a result, there has been an enormous boost in travel earnings reported by most tourist destinations. Exploring new lands, traveling to foreign shores, and just relaxing all day while on a long vacation are things that every single human being needs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, global travel came to a halt. People have been stranded at home without the possibility of going on a trip anytime soon. The pandemic created many horophobics. Horophobia is the irrational fear of travel. However, most of us have realized the importance of travel in our lives. We have better understood the significance of travel as therapy during these tough times. There are many who wished they had gone on a long trip to see the world before the pandemic hit planet Earth. Human beings are eagerly awaiting the end of the pandemic so that they can travel once again. Humans love to see new places, visit familiar ones, head off to an exotic island, spend time by the beach, go hiking in the mountains, unwind at a lakeside destination, or simply take a break from our regular routine. By our very nature, we are explorers and travelers. Humans love visiting faraway lands and exotic places at some point or another during their lifespans. Travel shows and channels on TV are watched by viewers from all over the world, and some of these shows are among the most watched shows on daytime television. We are in awe of many wonders of the world, and millions visit the countries where the current 7 wonders of the world lie. There are modern as well as ancient wonders, man-made and natural wonders, and thousands of beautiful places to see. Travel is indeed therapeutic. You feel good just by simply seeing a photograph of a beautiful and exotic place. Travel is still the most intense mode of learning. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. Here are the 90 benefits of travel. 1. Traveling helps you connect with yourself in a more fruitful manner. Travel is like meditation in more ways than one. As we explore our new surroundings, we make connections in every single experience and interaction. These connections would not have been possible to make back home. 2. Traveling improves our memory. Ever noticed how many new things you need to remember while you are on a trip somewhere? We are constantly using our brain to remember street names, restaurant locations, new foods we have eaten, and more. Using our brains so much more in a healthy way leads to a gradual improvement in our memory. 3. Travel helps you get to know yourself better. It is your pleasurable guide to all things new and different. You learn more and more about yourself as you experience new things in new places. Travel helps you grow into a better version of your normal self. 4. Traveling makes you more responsible as a human being. It challenges us to step out of our comfort zone and do things differently. We empower ourselves to make better decisions and be more independent. We become stronger, both mentally and emotionally, as we are presented with unique challenges and wonderful opportunities in our travels. We become more responsible and learn to take full responsibility for every action that we do. Five. Travel makes life more adventurous. Travel to a place you have never been before. Go whitewater rafting, skiing, mountain climbing, fishing, hiking, flying. Do something thrilling or daring. Go snorkeling with colorful fish. Try skydiving. Go on a safari adventure. Take a shot at bungee jumping or living on an animal farm. 6. Travelers are mindfulness experts. Travel teaches the traveler to live in the now. Make each day count. Nothing but the present moment matters. We learn to fully immerse ourselves into every single thing that we do. We eat mindfully, sleep mindfully, love mindfully, and live mindfully. 7. These days, a traveler can travel, have lots of fun, and even work at the same time. Yes, you heard that right. In these amazing times, with the latest technologies at our fingertips, one can travel and make a living at the same time. There are plenty of jobs where you can work from almost anywhere in the world with a laptop and phone. 8. Traveling gives us mental nourishment. When we step outside a comfort zone, we train our brain to focus on things that are quite different from what we are used to. We start thinking more while we are traveling. We stop living our lives on autopilot, thereby making our brain stay more active on an hourly basis. 9. A break for a while after a breakup is really good to get over the heartache. Travel is one of the best distractions in the modern world. It helps take our minds off things. It also gives us the chance to meet new people and make new friends. Travel like Gandhi, with simple clothes, open eyes, and an uncluttered mind. Take Good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. The traveler sees what he sees. The tourist sees what he has come to see. Ten. Travel helps you recover from an illness or surgery quickly. Being in a beautiful place, in a restful state of mind, with no work to be done. Being served by the hotel staff night and day helps a patient recover from illnesses and injuries more quickly. 11. Travel educates us a lot. It is better to learn by visiting a place yourself than to watch a video or read a book about it. We learn not just about the place and its people, but also about real life itself. We learn about history, geography, and sociology when we travel to a new place. We learn through real experiences, real practicals, not theory. 12. The more you travel, the less you are affected by what others think of you. You become unafraid and adventurous. You can do what you want, when you want. Act like a total clown without worrying what others will think of it. You will live life on your own terms, not on someone else's. 13. Experiencing different cultures is one of the biggest boons of travel. Each place you visit may introduce you to people who speak a different language. Eat food that you have never eaten before. Celebrate festivals that you have no clue about, and teach you new ways of living. "14. Traveling is soothing. Going to a place far away from home, even for a few days, is a soothing experience. You will feel like a different person when you come back home. 15. Traveling can cure depression. One of the main reasons a depressed person cannot cure their depression is because everything they think or feel happens in more or less the same place, their own home. When a depressed person travels, he or she can escape from their repetitive routine and breaks free from the rut they were stuck in. 16. Travelers are less prone to illnesses and health problems. This is because traveling keeps us healthy and active. We are regularly on the move while we are traveling. 17. Time and travel heals all wounds. That's right. Couples on the brink of a divorce or a family in turmoil. A nice long trip is the best medicine to help strengthen relationships and bring people closer. Family members can connect on a whole new level while they are on a travel adventure. 18. Travel is a great way to make new friends or to strengthen current friendships. It has been observed by Enoma that every single time we have traveled to some place new, we have returned having made a friend or two. I found out that there ain't no sure way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. Travelers never think they are the foreigners. A journey is best measured in friends rather than miles. Like all great travelers, I have seen more than I remember, and I remember more than I have seen. "19. Culture nourishes our mind, body, and soul. We learn so many new things when we discover a culture totally different from our own. We learn about new festivals, clothing, food, daily habits, rituals, beliefs, traditions, customs, and lifestyles too. This helps us become more open-minded, accepting, and social. 20. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart shall lie. We appreciate and love our home a lot more after we have traveled to various countries, especially if you have visited places that do not provide for the same comforts and privileges that you receive back home. 21. Traveling makes you used to experiencing new things, be it the places you visit or the things that you do there, the food you eat, the people you meet, etc. When we adjust to new things, we begin to experience those things in a beautiful way. 22. Travel helps us find a life purpose. And if we already know what it is, then traveling helps us align with our purpose. It gives us the glorious opportunity to focus on what's most important while being away from the hustle and bustle of our routine life every day. 23. Little things matter most of all. This is what travel will teach you. You learn to appreciate and savor the little things. Be it a rare species of a bird or a beautiful flower you've never seen before. Be it a fruit you have never eaten before, or seeing an animal from your hotel room window. 24. Traveling helps you understand how little you are in the larger scheme of things. You get to know how big the world is and how tiny a creature you are on this gigantic planet. Traveling truly is a humbling experience. You lose all ego when you travel more and more. 25. Traveling builds memories for generations. Going through old travel photos can make us feel better when we are sad. In our family, we have learned about places such as Kenya, Alaska, Bali, Hawaii, Miami, Cairo, etc. Thanks mainly due to photographs and souvenirs that our parents, aunts and uncles took when they visited these places. 26. Traveling turns us into body language experts. We learn to understand what different people mean just through their facial expressions, hand gestures, and sign language. I have personally carried out entire conversations mainly through sign language while on trips to places where I did not know the local language. 27. Traveling boosts our creativity and enhances our thinking. When we travel to a new place, we are forced to do things different. Try out something new. This process helps us think uniquely. We challenge our cognitive flexibility whenever we try out something totally different or new. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. far enough, you meet yourself. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world. The first condition of understanding a country is to smell it. Traveling, it leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller. "28. Traveling melts our anger and frustrations away. While we are traveling, we become totally carefree. Nothing to worry about. We leave all our frustrations back home. Over time, we begin to realize that things that used to make us angry before do not make us angry anymore. This is the magic of travel. 29. Traveling can aid in healing our emotional wounds. We gain deeper understanding into our thoughts and emotions as we explore the world and gain deeper understanding about ourselves. We start realizing that holding on to those emotional pains is no longer important. 30. Traveling to places with lots of greenery, beaches, mountains, and fields makes us feel more connected to Mother Nature. We become ambassadors for Mother Earth and start taking better care of our natural environment. 31. The sky is the limit when you travel. The possibilities to do things are endless. You can go on new adventures every single day if you want to. You are freed from the traditional patterns of living back home. 32. Travel kills boredom. Travel is one of the finest ways to combat boredom. Seeing new places, experiencing new things, helps us feel lively and keeps us busy. It's difficult to be bored when you're busy. 33. Make memories that last forever. Friends that go on a long journey after they graduate school or college are known to enjoy fascinating things while they travel to new places together. Each moment spent in each other's company has the extraordinary potential of turning into a lifelong memory. 34. Traveling helps to stop discrimination and racism. By its very nature, When we travel to new places and meet people who live there, we start learning more about them. And the more we learn about their lifestyle and them, the more we realize that human beings everywhere are all the same on the inside. "35. A long pleasure trip is a beautiful medicine to give yourself when you need to relax and unwind. Travel helps you get away from your normal routine. You don't need to worry about running any errands or doing the household chores. You can fully focus on fun and relaxation instead. 36. Travel guides us in our internal journey. It is a time for self-discovery and personal transformation. Human beings are constantly searching for ways to develop themselves and fulfill their purpose. While we go on journeys in the world around us, we learn to see things more clearly in the journeys within us. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Jobs fill your pocket, but adventures fill your soul. Traveling is not something you're good at. It's something you do, like breathing. To awaken quite alone in a strange town is one of the pleasantest sensations in the world. "37. You become more open-minded and accepting with the more you travel. With new experiences to savor each day and unique adventures to relish on each trip, we learn to become more accepting of others and things in general. 38. Travel gives us total freedom. We feel free when we travel, moving from one place to another without a permanent place to stay. We break free from the shackles of the ordinary and the mundane life back home. 39. Travel helps liberate you from anything that is holding you back in life. Movement from here to there, doing the same old things in different ways, gives us a feeling of liberation and satisfaction. 40. Those who travel a lot understand the value of money. The regular planning and budgeting that a traveler gets used to on a daily basis makes him or her learn the value of every rupee or dollar spent. The budgeting lessons learned during one's travel comes handy in the future. #41. Travel gives you a change of scenery. It takes you to a place far away from your usual routine. For when we are in the same place we have been, we usually go through the same emotions, motions, thoughts, and feelings. #42. Travel is good for our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Discovering new things, exploring new places, and experiencing varied things can do wonders for our body, mind, and soul. Taking a break helps the mind relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. #43. Travel softens our stance on politics and other sensitive issues. As we see the world, visit new places, experience the way of life of the locals living there, we start to realize that our otherwise strong opinions on certain topics is totally irrelevant, unwarranted, and unimportant. Traveling teaches us to accept opinions and thoughts that are different from our own. #44. We learn more about different cuisines the more we travel. We get the opportunity to sample new dishes and traditional cuisine from the places we are visiting. The best journeys are the culinary journeys we go on during our travels. #45. Traveling creates a fulfilling way to live one's life. By taking a break from one's predictable environment at home and entering a totally new environment that is both unpredictable and challenging, a traveler finds purpose and intention in every single thing that he or she does while traveling. To travel is to live. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. Tourists don't know where they have been. Travelers don't know where they are going. A journey is like marriage. The certain way to be wrong is to think you control it. I travel not to go anywhere, but to go. I travel for travel's sake. The great affair is to move. "46. Fed up of living in the same room for ages? Well, if you are, then taking a little trip for a day or two really makes you feel better. It's been scientifically proven that a change in scenery is true therapy. It helps change your attitude and gives you a fresh perspective on things. A tiny break from a monotonous life makes a world of difference. 47. Traveling makes us minimalists. We learn to live with less. We learn to live simpler lives. We have less attachments with worldly goods. We do not desire for too much. We live within our means and are happy with all that we have. 48. Traveling amounts to new hobbies. Whenever you visit a new place, you experience something new there. You find unique activities that people indulge in during their leisure time. You might learn knitting in Bhutan, ice fishing in Norway, kite flying in India, outdoor cooking in Morocco, and much, much more. You travel, you learn something new. 49. Feeling sad? Travel. It's tough to be sad while you travel. Experiencing the outdoors is way better than being stranded in one room, immersed in your own tears. 50. People who have traveled a lot tend to live longer than those that don't travel at all. The biggest reason for this is that travelers are more used to different climatic conditions, living environments, food, lifestyles, etc. In other words, our immunity is better than others and better able to handle different situations and things. "51. Traveling to holy places or countries such as India gives a person new avenues for spiritual growth and nourishment. One can achieve a total spiritual transformation when one goes on a single spiritual tour to India, Thailand, Malaysia, and other countries deeply rooted in spirituality. 52. For couples and families, traveling helps us spend quality times with our loved ones. We get lots of time to talk and listen to each other while we are traveling together as a couple or family. Bonds can grow stronger even on a trip over the weekend. 53. Travelers tend to break the space jinx down. They get accustomed to living in all kinds of conditions. They do not need to live in only a particular kind of dwelling. They know that their home is anywhere they are currently staying at. 54. The more you travel, the more you learn. There is no two ways about it. We learn new things about people, places, cultures, and ourselves. Traveling to different places brings you a greater awareness of different cultures. We wander for distraction, but we travel for fulfillment. We travel, some of us forever, to seek other states, other lives, other souls. Once a year, go someplace you have never seen before. A ship in a harbor is safe, but it's not what ships are built for. "55. Travel is a healthy diversion. Whenever you feel the need to clear the mind or take your mind off things, you just need to pack your bags and take a trip someplace nice." 56. Travelers learn to treasure life itself. They appreciate all the experiences they have as they travel to different places around the world. They do not take their life for granted. 57. Travel is rejuvenating. Whenever one is tired, stressed out, or exhausted, all one needs to do is go on a trip. Travel to a beach, island, or mountain destination can help us recharge our batteries, lower our stress, and feel rejuvenated. 58. Planning a trip is, in itself, therapeutic. We feel positive and eagerly look forward to the trip as we plan things and visualize the destination inside our mind's eye. 59. Traveling is great for retirees, especially elderly couples. Why squander your idle time being locked up inside the home? Go on a long cruise. See the whole world if you can afford to. Live on an island destination for a year. You are not going to come back again. Once you are dead, you are dead. $60. Travel expands the mind. Patrick Rothfuss, the famous writer, once said that a long stretch of road can teach you more about yourself than 100 years of quiet. You can reinvent your life through your travel experiences. 61. Travel helps us spend less time on social media. We are usually so busy experiencing things while we are visiting a place that we find ourselves having less time to spend on social apps. We slowly start to realize that social networking doesn't take place on an app, but happens in person, face to face. 62. Seeing new things, smelling new smells, listening to new sounds, tasting new foods, and doing things differently can stimulate our senses in a powerful way. We start to see things in a whole new light when we travel to new places and explore the world around us in a more intimate way. 63. Travel slows down the pace of our fast and crazy lives. While we are on a break, away from home, we can break free from our daily routine and do things at a slower pace than we did back home. We feel more relaxed when our mind is freed from our regular schedule. One's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things. If you think adventure is dangerous, try routine. It's lethal. Climb the mountain so that you can see the world, not so the world can see you. If we were meant to stay in one place, we would have roots instead of feet. Travel and change of place impart new vigor to the mind. $64. Traveling makes you happy. It helps you forget about everything that causes you stress. It promotes mindfulness and makes you live moment to moment. This leads to lower cortisol levels, making you feel more relaxed and happy. 65. travel refreshes the mind. We find that traveling clears the mind. It helps us come up with new ideas or to think a bit differently from the way you did before. 66. Traveling teaches you to take life more lightly. You learn not to take yourself so seriously. Things can go wrong. Mistakes do happen. Everyone fails at some point or the other. 67. Travel is a good option when you want to forget about something that happened, whether it is a failure or setback, at work or in one's personal life. When you travel, you are forced to live in the moment, thereby helping you forget about everything else. 68. Traveling is romantic in itself. Any trip turns into romantic gateway when you two are spending so much time together. Without the kids or others at home with you. A romantic gateway gives couples the opportunity to rekindle the romance, ignite the passion, and love each other even more than before. You get the freedom to go for long walks on the beach, see the sunset together, enjoy long candlelight dinners, spend entire nights in the honeymoon suite, snorkel while holding hands, etc. "69. Break free from the dull, boring routine. When you keep doing the same thing in the same way over and over again, life tends to become dull and monotonous. As a result, we feel lethargic, depressed, and bored. By taking a trip, we avoid getting stuck in a rut. 70. Traveling boosts our self-esteem. We start believing in ourselves a lot more when we find ourselves doing so many different things on a trip. We are frequently surprised at how well we adapted to something new during our travels. This is a huge confidence booster and peps our self-esteem up a notch or two. 71. Travelers are more flexible and adapt to change quickly. During your first trip, it will take you more time to adjust to new things, cultures, languages, foods, lifestyles, and people. But as you travel more often, you are easily able to adapt to varied experiences and things. 72. Travel therapy makes you more independent. Even youngsters learn how to live and manage fully on their own once they have traveled for a while. you will realize that you become fully capable of achieving things you would have never have thought possible to achieve before. A traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. All journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. Live life with no excuses. Travel with no regrets. Adventure may hurt you, but monotony will kill you. '73. Travel reignites your curiosity. We become like children once again, playfully and actively exploring our world and learning new things along the way. We become students of life during our journeys to different places. '74. Travel helps you conquer your fears. It also helps you overcome any inhibitions that you may have. The more we get used to stepping out of our comfort zone, the more we grow confident in our abilities to explore the world without any hesitation or fear. '75. Traveling is great for the kids. Parents can make their kids more patient, tolerant, and wiser by taking them on trips to different parts of the world. Children who have traveled to many places are usually more open-minded, free-spirited, and accepting in comparison to children who haven't traveled a lot. '76. Travel makes one more resilient. Going to new places, though exciting, is also challenging and intimidating. Facing these new situations, interacting with new people, helps one toughen up both emotionally and mentally. '77. Travelers are usually kind and generous by nature. One of the lessons that comes with the territory, quite literally, is to be kind to other human beings you meet while you travel. Travelers are well known for volunteer work, associating with charity causes, and helping out in their community. '78. Travel therapy helps put an end to living one's daily life on autopilot mode. The farther we travel from home, the more we learn to make each moment a purposeful one. Life becomes more beautiful with the experiencing of new things and a complete break from the routine back home. 79. Travel makes us more positive. We learn to smile more often. We listen to what others say a lot more attentively than we did before. We feel happier when we go on new adventures and experience new things. 80. Travelers are often successful people. This success might be due to the knowledge of different places and interacting with people who have varied lifestyles. Travelers love to explore. The success comes to those who step out of their comfort zone in order to explore the world a lot more. 81. Travel helps us let go of the past. Whether it's guilt or regret, pain or sorrow, we learn to let go permanently. As we travel more and more, we train our brains to immerse ourselves totally into each moment, thereby leaving little or no room to think about the past. The gladdest moment in human life is a departure into unknown lands. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. I wonder why birds stay in the same place when they can fly anywhere on the earth. Then I ask myself the same question. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. If you reject food, ignore the customs, fear the religion, and avoid the people, you might better stay home. 82. Travelers are exposed to spontaneity every moment. You never know what will happen next while you are traveling. One moment you might be eating sushi. Another moment you might be snorkeling. And yet another moment you might be walking along the beach at sunset. Life becomes an adventure on each day that you travel. 83. Traveling is good for those who want to overcome shyness and be more confident. I have seen dozens of our students and clients who have become highly confident and have overcome shyness due to traveling to different places. The daily interaction that a traveler has is 10 times more than a person living at home. 84. Travelers find it easier to make new friends wherever they go. With every new country they visit comes the opportunity to meet new people and make new friends. I've heard stories of travelers who made new friendships that lasted a lifetime. 85. Travel gives us more knowledge. It makes us richer on the inside. Travelers usually know a lot more about life and planet Earth than those who are restricted to the confinements of their own locality. Travel is possibly the only thing you buy that makes you richer. 86. Travel therapy helps us overcome grief. An ideal way to cope with the loss of a loved one is to take a break and go on a long trip. Being in the same home in which the person you have loved died does not help. We need to be in a totally different place in order to give vent to our sadness and make us feel better. 87. Traveling time is celebration time. One of the best ways to celebrate is to go on a trip with your family and friends. It feels awesome to experience new things together. Enjoy each meal along with your loved ones. Party every evening and come closer to each other at the same time. 88. Traveling teaches us to live life more fully. We learn to make the most of each day. Make each moment a meaningful one. We start stepping out of our comfort zone more often, broadening our horizons in new directions, detaching ourselves from regular routines of daily life. 89. People who travel a lot are more tolerant than those who are stationed in one place their entire life. Travelers are much more accepting of unique ways of living and doing things. Travelers don't see people whose lifestyle and culture are totally different from their own as enemies or a threat. In fact, travelers want to learn more and more about people whose way of life is different from their own. 90. You learn to be good guest when you travel. especially if you visit places and meet people whose lifestyles are quite different from your own. We start enjoying the process of learning new customs, rituals, and habits when we visit a new country. We become more accepting and tolerant with other human beings too. Stop worrying about the potholes in the road and enjoy the journey. It's better to travel well than to arrive. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy a plane ticket. We live in a world full of chaos and haste. Everywhere you go, people seem to be in a big hurry. We are like human machines, moving towards our work units. Factories and offices, schools and homes, filled with workers working. Human technology at work. No time for rest. No possibility for relaxation. This is why travel therapy is so important. It gives us a complete break from our normal routine. We hope that you liked this session on travel therapy. Thank you for your time. Wish you many happy journeys in the future. See you soon. Take care.